Hi, it's Mrs. Hofer, and today we're going to do Math Lesson 22. On Math Lesson 22, you're going to need, there's 3 pages in your book. There's the application page. There is a page today, finally, for you to practice writing the number 8. And then there's a counting page where you're going to count some objects and write how many. When we count, the last number we say is how many there are, and that's the number we write in the box. We're going to use counting paths today. We're also going to be counting things in a circle again, a circular counting path. So you're going to need, let's see, some small objects, buttons, beans, a cup. You're going to need your paper with the circle on it would be helpful. Maybe a dry erase mat, and your school supplies so you can write and color for the application problem. Okay? So if you want to pause it and go get those things, or you already have them nearby, great. And we'll get started. Okay. So first we're going to do a little warm-up to get our brains thinking about math. We want to be good mathematicians. Mathematicians think about numbers and shapes, and they count, and they're always thinking about space and numbers, and so we just going to do a little warm-up to get our brain thinking about numbers. So up here underneath each box, I'm going to click on a box, and it's going to disappear, and it's going to show you some fingers, and you're going to say how many. Okay, as soon as you recognize how many, yell that number out, and then after a few seconds I will tell you the number. Here we go. Okay, that's right. It's the number 6. If you see there's, oh, I thought they were fingers, but they're not. They are dots on a 5 group map. So we have 5 dots and 1 more. So that would be 6. Okay, are you ready? I don't know if you can see it, but it's 5 dots and then 3 dots. Okay, that makes 8. Oh, that one's easy. You could probably subitize that one fairly easily. That's 3, right? And our last one, okay, another 4. All right, good job. Now we're going to switch, and we're going to think a little bit about our application problem. On this one, you're going to do it on your paper. It says draw 2 stacks of blocks with 4 blocks in each stack. And then we're going to count and see how many blocks we have. So first of all, I got to understand what I just read. It says I need 2 stacks of blocks. So if you had real blocks, or like in your math kit, you could stack up 4, and then you could stack 4 again. So but we're supposed to draw it on here. So what would a block look like? What shape? Right, we're going to be using squares today because blocks are the shape of a square. So I'm going to draw 1 square, 2, and a stack means they go up, 3, and I need 1 more, 4. And then it says I need another stack, because I need 2 stacks. That's only 1 stack. I need 1 more stack with 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. So I have 4 in this one, so I like to write the number 4 and 4. And if you need a little more time, you can pause the video and make yours before you press play again. But the next thing we're supposed to do is count how many blocks did we draw. Some of you might already be thinking, wait, if I have 4 and 4, I already know how many that is. And that's great. But if you don't know how many that is, you can count them by touching and counting. Okay, so you're going to use one of our counting strategies. You could also use the strategy of counting on. You could say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Or we can count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to write the number 8. Now, if you want to take time to color your boxes, you sure can. I'm just leaving mine white. Okay? So when you're finished with your application problem, we're going to move on. And this is where you're going to need your bag of beans or buttons or whatever small objects you could find, a cup, and then you can just make a circle on a piece of paper. Okay? So we are going to, let's see, let me take out 5 beans or counters out of your cup. So we're going to take out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of our bag. Okay, how many are still in the bag? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 5 in the bag. Okay, now it wants us to take out 3 more beans. So we had 5 and we're going to take out 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. We started with 10 in our bag. How many are left in the bag? That's right, there are 2 left in the bag. So we have how many beans out of the bag? So we're going to count them as we put them in the cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I put 8 beans in the cup. Now you're going to take your 8, you're going to put it in the cup, and you're going to cover up the top of it so it doesn't spill out. And we're going to shake it 8 times. I can't shake mine, no. But you get the fun. It's going to be loud. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to spill the cup and what's in the cup onto your work mat. Okay? And just like we did the other day, we're going to think about a good counting strategy and a good counting path. So when we make a counting path, we want to think about, where am I going to start, which direction am I going to go, and where am I going to end, so that I don't keep counting the same beans over and over and over again. You want to make sure that you have a plan before you begin counting, okay? So I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to end down here at the bottom. So I think I'll go around like that, like an S almost, okay? And you can draw that counting path with your pencil too. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that helps me see that I actually got all of the beans and counted, okay? All right, so we're going to, now we're going to take our beans and we're going to put them on the outside and make that magic bean necklace, okay? So you're going to, whoa, let me get my pointer. We're going to add those beans around the necklace. And just like we had to make a plan when we did our counting path, we need to make a plan when we do our circle counting, because this has happened before where we just keep counting and keep going right around the circle. Yeah, and the number just keeps getting higher. And so we need to make sure that we know where we're going to start and stop, okay? So you could put something there to show you where to start and stop. I'm just going to draw a line. I'm going to do it right there, okay? And that tells me I'm going to start counting and then I'm going to end when I get back to that line. So help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to stop because I hit the line. You practice counting your objects around the circle, knowing where to stop. Okay? So if I put 5 counters back in the bag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many counters do we have left on the mat? That's right, we have 3 because 5 and 3 make the number 8. That's the number we're working on today. Now let's add those 3 back to the bag. Yeah. Now all the beans are back in the bag, right? We had 10 beans. We put back 8. Okay, we're going to do some practicing of writing our number again. So our 8 starts up here. It starts on the right side of the work mat or the corner. And we're going to make the letter S. So make an S and do not stop. Go right back up, and an 8 you've got. Make an S and do not stop. Go right back up, and an 8 you've got. Make an S and do not stop. Go right back up, and an 8 you've got. Very good. So practice writing your 8s again. Those are hard ones to make. You know what? Sometimes I even tell boys and girls, if you really can't do it, you could make a circle and a circle. That's what an 8 looks like, right? Yeah. So if you really can't, after you've practiced and practiced, but don't give up too easily, okay? Use persistence and keep trying. But this is the page you're going to practice on. You're going to put 8s and then an 8 on the letter line and an 8 on the line. So you have to write it. You're going to trace it, then write it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then down here, you're going to color 8 happy faces. And then you're going to circle 8. They could be different because there's more than 8 there, so be careful when you're counting. And then you have your counting and writing the number. Okay, see you tomorrow.